We talked in preseason about Derek Willis having to take minutes from somebody or somebody giving him his minutes. That he sees them, or was it default?
Here's the crazy thing. I said no, it wasn't by default. He went and grabbed him. And I just said after the game, I said, Derek, you know, you've taken minutes from people in this room. Do you want to give anybody back minutes? And he's even being honest. He said, Coach, I just want to win. He's playing desperate. He's rebounding with two hands. He was a double-double. And basically, he's put a couple guys on the bench. And they're good players, but this is about performance. And now it's good, though, because now they got to fight to get minutes back, which means our practices will be better, or they'll give up. They got a choice. You can give up or fight. And so I think we'll have even better practices. I was, you know, Tyler was ridiculous. Isaiah was good. Jamal wasn't as good, but he rebounded. He missed a front-end one-on-one to end. He missed a layup in the open court. He tried something crazy, which he does occasionally. And Scal jumped in on a free throw, which he'd have made. He made it. It would have been a one-on-one. He'd have made 2. You know, you're talking 8 points. 6. It's my good math. 2 threes.
John, when you're talking about Jamal, though, I look and see that he got 9 rebounds, and it seemed like he did hustle and do some other things that maybe he wasn't scoring, but it does seem like he's all around game.
He did. It may have been his best game all around. May have been his best. You know, 2 assists. He didn't have a turnover. 2 steals. 9 rebounds. It's one of his better games. Our team, we're playing desperate now. We're playing with an attitude. Refuse to lose. That's what they're. Now, Alex didn't today. Instead of saying, I'm getting 25 today, Alex didn't. I don't know why. Is he coming out today? Okay, can't ask him until Friday. I have no idea. But, you know, Marcus Lee, not enough energy. So let's go with Scal. Now, the issue with Scal, and again, I've probably screwed him up to this point, because now you're seeing I'm letting him play different, and I'm putting him in different spots, and he looks more confident. But he had no rebounds today. He had 5 blocks. The blocks left him in the game. But let me say this. We have to go play a Kansas team that's an inside-out game. That's how they play. What if he can't rebound in that game? Can I leave him in the game? You know I can't. That's what I just said to him. Kid, we're playing a team. You can't guard their big guy, and you can't get a rebound. I can't leave you in the game. I love you. Come and stay with me tonight. But you can't play in that game. And so we're trying to hold these guys accountable as they grow and become more confident. But we're getting better as a team. I'm going to be honest with you. A big part of it is putting Derek Willis in the role that he's in. It's changed us. It's just changed our team. Now you have all guys that can play basketball. If you can't shoot, dribble, or pass, and you have 2 or 3 on the court at a time, you can't. It doesn't look good. It's not. Now all of a sudden, Derek gives us that another stretch guy that you got to go play with Tyler, with Jamal. It lets Isaiah do his thing. It posts up Alex where he should be. It puts us all in the right spots. Need Dom back. Dom is gonna. If Dom does what I think, there'll be a couple other guys that'll be in positions where they're not going to get many minutes.
Cal, I know you zeroed in on the rebounds there, obviously glaring for Scal, but when he's getting that confidence back, hitting those jump shots, and you've talked a lot about blocking shots, how different does that make?
It makes our team different. When he blocks shots now, you can't drive in there and he goes and blocks one, but I'm going to say it again. You must rebound and attempt to guard a post player. The guy can't just turn and score on you. All right? Think of the games we have coming up. You know, you asked me why Vandy didn't play more. Because of that. They had a moose in the post, and they had a 3-point shooting big. And I didn't think he could guard either guy. And the way we were playing, with Alex doing what he was doing, Derek doing his thing, I just said, we'll stay with where we are. Because at the end of the day, as much as I'm for each of these kids, I have a job here, which is put this team in the best position to win basketball games.
Cal, how happy were you to see Isaiah shoot those pull-up jumpers, you know, just inside the free throw line, and also for him to go 5 of 6 from the free throw line?
Well, he's been working, and it's funny because he and I think if you remember back when we had Michael Kidd and he did the Breakfast Club and he was dragging guys with him. Tyler and Isaiah have started the Breakfast Club. And so they've been working out in the mornings. You know, there's sometimes where we coaches, we're working out in the morning, we're working out in the afternoon. Well, that's okay when they're not in school. But you have to have guys that want to do that. Because if you do it with school, you're wearing them out. If they're doing it on themselves, they're building their own confidence. So those guys have been doing that, and they did it this week, and it looked like it helped both of them.
John, you talked about finding that role for Derek Willis, that stretch four type role.
He's rebounding too. I mean, we can call it a stretch forward. We got guys that are still trying to grab rebounds with one hand. They never bring them in, and then they give you this one. My fault. No, it's my fault for having you in, not your fault. He's going after every ball with two hands. You look at his since I put him in the lineup, I think he's averaging double-digit rebounds. And he's stretching the team out, which gives us room to drive. Look, today, they did not play Charles Matthews, and they did not play Isaiah. Now, you put one more guy out there that can't shoot, now what's that look like? Now you got three guys in the lane. Not playing, you can't, or leaning toward other guys. He's made us a different team.
Kind of my follow-up on that, in the past you've played him in more of a three role. Where did you get the idea to put him under the basket and play that four?
Well, I think it's easier for him to guard the position. Just got to fight. It gave us, I really think Isaiah, as he gets better and better, and he and Jamal play more to win than just play. Really understand shot selection every time down and playing to win basketball games. You have to get those two are really good. Isaiah is the best defensive guard and rebounding guard in the country. Jamal is a big guard. He's still not playing big, but he is a big guard. And then you got Tyler. I mean, he's basically coaching the team. I mean, he's making comments at halftime or telling where are they playing, how they playing this, and he'll go tell his teammates, and he's on the board. So they're beginning to be empowered. They're not there yet because we got guys like Scal that are still learning. I still got to coach Jamal and Isaiah how to win basketball games. Alex isn't coming every game. So we're still not quite to where it's go, guys. You got it. Just let me sit over here and watch it.
John, we've talked a lot about Tyler on the offensive end. Why aren't teams able to take advantage of his height on the defensive end?
Because there's just no one really posts up point guards anymore. They just don't. And he is a pit bull. I mean, if you try to post him, he's guarding 6'10" guys in there. He'll front you and fight you and push you. And, he's not going to make it easy. He's not going to just stand there and say, okay, you're going to score on me. I also think we're doing a great job of helping, coming off the weak side, doubling when we have to, and scrambling. We did a lot of that today. And I told Kim after, that was one of our best games. Like, you just faced our best team. I didn't want him to think anything like, because it was a 3-point game when they played Texas A&M at Texas A&M, not a week ago. They beat Auburn's brains in. They beat Auburn by like 25. So they got us they got the buzzsaw today. We played well.
How different is your feeling and maybe outlook on this team than it was that Saturday at Auburn?
I was fine. You guys, look, I knew we were getting better, and just somebody said, "What do you feel about that?" If we hadn't lost that game, I may not have been able to get this team to think more desperate, to play with a refuse to lose attitude. It may not have happened. So, you go through a season, there are ups and downs. I've done this 30 years now. My whole job is, are we playing our best in March? That's what I do. That's my mentality. I don't want to beat them up. I don't want to bury them with practices, 3 and 4 hour practices. I'm trying to figure them out. The hard thing here, coaching here, is every team's a new team. I mean, I'm not coaching the same team. I'm my 7th year, and this is the 7th different team I've coached. And they're like, okay, we've got my same guys back. That makes it more difficult because you're trying, like Scout. I probably screwed Scal up. I'm trying to make him Carl Towns. He's not Carl Towns. He can't play like Carl Towns. Probably shoots better than Carl Towns. Carl will love hearing that. But he's not Carl. You know, Carl had a nasty beast streaking, and he's in the. He averaged more rebounds and points in the NBA than he averaged here. He let us down here.
Hey, John, knowing what's gone on with the Missouri program in the past few weeks, and Kim's got a young team, the losses are adding up, how difficult do you think this is for him to handle a situation like that and keep looking forward?
Well, one, you understand his background, championship level coach. So, and he's not 35. He and I are a little bit older. So we've been through all this. He'll be fine. And he knows they got to get a guy here and there. They're going to have to get some guys. But what you'll see I'm telling you, Texas A&M, you could say, well, they lost to Texas A&M. Everybody's lost to Texas A&M. And they played Texas A&M better than anybody other than Arkansas today. I mean, he went in with a game plan, and those guys stuck to it, and they had a chance to win. You can't judge this game. We played as well as we can play. And we did it the entire time. So, and that's what I said to him after. Don't judge on this game now, because that's as good as we are.
Thanks. Scal.